So yeah, I look for something that would allow me to work part-time, which Anyline did, and to have flexible hours that, accommodate for me going to school and going to lectures as well.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of our Flextales series. My name is Mark Babin, your host, and I'm very excited to be sitting with Leoni Knill, our data solutions architect, responsible for everything data, and it's fantastic to have you and great to have you on the little mini-series here, so thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So obviously, we're talking all about flexible working and the hybrid working model and why that's such an important thing in the market right now. Yeah. From your perspective, obviously you went to school before you were working here and you were working part-time while you finished your education. Why is that flexible working promise such an important thing?
Well, I did a full master's degree while working here part-time. So I kind of did both in parallel. I think it's really important from like a personal perspective to not only focus on university and studying, but also, especially in my case, taking some of what you learn at university and applying it in a professional career context, because it just keeps you going to not focus on university solely. And on the other hand, of course, it's nice to be able to start building your career while you're still at school. So once you're done with school, you just don't have to start from scratch, but you have something to build onto.
While you were in school, were you looking for an opportunity that allowed you to still finish your degree when you were looking for employment at that time?
Yeah, it was definitely important to me, especially doing a master's degree. Like if you build on top of your base education, you're going to want to finish it. So yeah, I look for something that would allow me to work part-time, which Anyline did, and to have flexible hours that, accommodate for me going to school and going to lectures as well.
Mm-hmm. And during your time in school, how did you feel? Did you feel you had the confidence to really apply yourself there? Did you feel pressure from back here, from your team? How did it happen? Like, how did it feel for you?
I think in my case, it went really well. Of course, there is pressure from both sides that you kind of have to deal with. I think you get very good at working efficiently, both at university and in here. And it's a lot about prioritizing tasks and making sure your schedule is very well set up. Because most of the deadlines at university you're not in charge of and you can't really move them. So at Anyline, everyone was always very supportive and very flexible to kind of make sure whenever I was in exam season that I could kind of, work a little less or do my work in hours that would, fit my schedule. So sometimes maybe at night, whenever I was done with the set schedule I had from university.
And having that flexible opportunity to work at different times of the day, as long as the work got done at the end of the day, you felt encouraged that you could do that without fear of anything.
Yeah, very much so. Very flexible hours. And I think it's important to always communicate that up front. So as soon as I was kind of looking to communicate that and then finding a schedule that would work for both myself and everyone else in the team. And that usually worked out very well.
And so now that you've come to the team full-time, obviously since finishing your degree, and you fully integrated into everything we have here, how do you find the model adapting? Do you still feel like you have the confidence that if you wanted to go and pursue something, you could, and you kind of are not closed off to options like that, but you're enjoying being here full-time essentially?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely a change to only focus on one thing. Which is nice, but I still have like a PhD in the back of my mind, and I feel very comfortable that if I were to pursue that, that would definitely be an option here, and I think that we could definitely make it work.
For those looking for opportunities that offer this sort of flexible series, are there specific things that you would say they should look for in an employer, like specific things that would encourage them to be able to do what you did?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of companies kind of advertise that they have flexible hours and so on. But I do think it's in addition probably to that, it's about the culture. So probably ask about some examples of people who have pursued an education while working there, who have been on maternity leave, and maybe how that has been handled. Because it's like what you advertise on the one hand and then what it's actually like it can be vastly different. So I would look out for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's worked in your case quite well. That you found the opportunity, you finished what you did, and you have the comfort of knowing you can pursue something afterwards if you still choose. But the team's supportive at the end of the day
definitely
gives you the confidence regardless. Perfect. Well, good. Listen, it's great to have you on the team full time. I know that when it's always difficult to balance both, but it's great to have you here, and certainly look forward to whatever you do next. But thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching this third episode of this series. We have one more coming for you next week, so get ready for that. We'll see you then.